So this is the story about how I almost fought Bow Wow. Well, back in 2008, I was an intern at the studio in Atlanta called Doppler Studios. And at this studio, a lot of big artists came through. I mean, my first day there, my first week there, I met Whitney Houston, I met Chameleonaire, Ludacris, a lot of people. It was a great studio. And so every day at the studio, I had one of the most important jobs, to turn on the lights. That was one of the most important jobs out of everybody there. So I had to make sure I turned on the lights, wipe down the studio, kind of get stuff set up in there. Very important. So I get to the studio on this particular day. It's a nice sunny afternoon in Atlanta, hot.
Atlanta.
I just left from school, but I'm excited because I'm just excited about who's gonna be on the actual schedule today. So I look on the schedule, I see Bow Wow and Soulja Boy. I immediately start thinking about the Marco Polo song.
Marco Polo.
So I'm like, all right, cool. They were gonna be in the big studio. Now we had Studio A, Studio B, Studio C, D, and E. The big studio was Studio A. That's the studio that they were gonna be on. So I was like, all right, cool, let's go ahead and prep the studio. So I go in there, I wipe stuff down, I turn on the machines, and once again, most important job, I turn on the lights. Now they arrive in 2 Lamborghinis. I had never even been that close to 2 Lamborghinis before until they pulled up in them. And they were like a green one and a red, it was some wild color Lamborghinis. You just go into the studio. You really don't need to pull up and all this, but it's the rapper lifestyle. I get it, I'm not tripping. So they both pull up. And of course, rappers don't come by themselves. It's an entourage of people. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know where the people came from. I don't know if they came out of the Lamborghini or out of the woods, but one of the two, they came from somewhere. So everybody piles in the studio. They dap everybody up. I show them in the studio, get them in there. So they start doing their thing. I hear a bunch of boom baps and bleep bloops coming from the studio because that's the noise that things make when you're in the studio making beats. So about an hour or so in, I'm chilling outside. Now, one of the most important jobs I had, other than turning on the lights, was going to get the food. It was a menu book about this thick, about this wide, slam full of menus from everywhere in Atlanta. So I go and take them the menu book. After a little bit, they come back out. Soulja Boy is like, we all just want Chick-fil-A. Everybody individually tells me what they want. I write it down. We got Chick-fil-A sandwich. I write it down. We got the nuggets. I write it down. I just want fries. I write it down. Cool. Everybody, including Bow Wow, writes their order down. Before I leave out, I say, hey, does anybody want any specific sauce? And I do just like this. I say, hey, does anybody want any specific sauce? Nobody says anything. I say, okay, cool. I'll just get the sauces. I leave. So I'm pushing the Mazda 3 up the road. I'm chilling, you know what I'm saying? I'm riding, I'm rolling, and then I get to Chick-fil-A. We run through the orders. I'm talking about checklist. I'm like, boom, chicken sandwich with the fries here with the lemonade. Boom, nuggets with the fruit punch with all that. I'm running down the list. Boom, boom, boom. Order. You know what I'm saying? I'm killing them. All the bags come out finally. I say, hey, could you throw a little bit of each of your sauces in the bag? Just throw some sauces in the bag because nobody said they wanted anything specifically, but please feel free to throw them in there just in case. I even take the time to label each bag with each person in the room because they had their names beside the list. So I label each bag with whatever the names were. Cool, boom, 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 boom. Put it back in the Mazda. I'm bumping back up the road, you know what I'm saying? It's just a good day, it's sunny outside, see a few butts on the side, I'm like looking, butt over here, butt over there, butt everywhere. But hold on, I get to the studio, I walk in.
Coronavirus!
I sit the bags down on the table, I hand everybody their bags. Soulja Boy, unknown man here, distant relative nigga, whoever else is in there, everybody's getting the bag. I hand Bow Wow his bag last. I go to leave out of the studio. Bow Wow says, hold on. So I look. Yes. He says, ain't no Polynesian sauce in here. I looked at everybody else in the room to make sure I wasn't tripping.
Good movie.
So he said, ain't no Polynesian sauce in here. I looked at Soulja Boy and the rest of them, and in my mind I said, y'all not gonna say nothing. All right. I said, oh, well, no sauces were specified, so I just told him to throw a few in each bag. He said, oh, okay. I said I wanted Polynesian sauce before you left out. I once again look back at Soulja Boy and the rest of the crew. Y'all still not gonna say nothing. All right. I said nothing was said before I left. I do apologize, but I told him to throw some sauces in there. I get ready to leave out the room. He says, hold on. I look. I say, what's up? He says, I'm gonna need you to go back and get me some Polynesian sauce. I look at Soulja Boy. I look at the rest of his crew, and I say, okay, y'all still, all right. I look at Bow Wow, I say, excuse me. He said, I'm gonna need you to go back and get me some Polynesian sauce. I say, I can show you better than I'm gonna tell you. So I walked out the studio and went and sat down in my intern chair where I cut lights on. I sit in the chair. A couple minutes later, I see him come out, look at me, go down the hall, and start, I guess, talking to my manager, whoever was down there at the time. My manager comes back up, he says, what's going on? I said, I'm not going to get no Polynesian sauce when he's talking to me like that. I'm not going. I said, I'll leave here before I go get Polynesian sauce. And he said, all right, everybody calm down. So I guess he goes in there, talks to Bow Wow. He comes back out to me, he says, everything's all good. I guess the moral of this story is always ask for Polynesian sauce when you go to Chick-fil-A, or you might make people upset. Oh, and most importantly, last thing I did before I left the studio, I cut off the lights.
You should invite Bow Wow to get some lunch with you. Treat him Chick-fil-A.
Bow Wow, if you listen to this, lunch is on me. Chick-fil-A, you can order a Polynesian sauce and we can talk about it, because I know you probably don't remember, but once you hear this story, it's gonna make you laugh. No hard feelings. Let's go get some chicken. Even though I don't eat chicken, but we can go get chicken. Peace.
Now make sure you check out Comedy Trap House, the best podcast around, all right? Make sure you check it out on all your streaming platforms. That's iTunes, Google, Spotify, everything you stream on.
Today we got a very special guest in the building. Man, this guy's responsible for some of my favorite internet shows online right now, man. Roast Me. What else you do?
As soon as I nut, I'm disgusted by porn.
Yeah, that's it.
You got one back to back?
Nah. I always, sometimes I'll be
That's a good way to pick it.
That's such a Patrick Cloud way to pick.
We need some time.
Yeah.
Booty porn.
Ah!
Oh, that's him right here.
Not to be confused with booty porn. I don't search ebony.
It don't matter. It don't matter. Everyone, other people. No.
You ain't black woman, right?
Is anybody searching? Titty fucking?
I just hit the hub. Brought my favorite lotion, got a jug. Y'all ain't fucking with me. Like the booty, that's my drug. Niggas think I'm playing about my tugs. Y'all ain't fucking with me.
Oh, this better be good.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Moment of truth.
Shade room.
All right.
Okay, this going viral.